Here's another plant that is needed in the winter time, or all times of the year, really. It grows in arid places, but it's used for asthma and breathing problems. Problems with the mucous membrane, your lungs. This is called mullein. And you can harvest it you can use it even in the winter time. Here are the dry leaves. There are bigger leaves on the bottom. You pick these leaves and you burn them. They're a furry leaf, and what you do is you burn it and you allow people to inhale the smoke and get it as far in their lungs as possible. It opens up your lung passages, and it's used for people that have asthma or that have breathing problems. But this is your mullein. See, you always find it sticking above the snow. So all of these plants that we pick, they have, we know where they grow. And if we have relatives that have any kind of health problems, people know where to go. Mutto, mutto, mutto. The next plant I'm going to talk about is called mullein. Mutto is the Cheyenne name for it. You can find it in the deep snows, and it grows in arid places and in the rocks, and it's easy to find. They used to use it. They would break up the leaves. They would find it standing in the deep snow. Sometime it grows up to 4 foot tall. They busted up and the leaves up, and they put them in their winter boots to keep their feet warm, to keep them dry. This plant was used for people with asthma, breathing problems, any kind of infection of the mucous membrane. You boil this plant. Here's one of the leaves. You boil it, or you burn it with a match, and then you inhale the smoke, and you inhale it as deep as you can into your lungs. It opens up your lungs, and it doctors people that have asthma or breathing problems, bad colds, any kind of congestion. This is what mullein, how you use mullein. The little girls, when they want to get wood, or the hunters want to get buffalo in the deep snow, they would always pack their winter boots with the leaves of mullein. They would find it on a hillsides, and underneath the snow there's bigger leaves, and you can dig them up, and that's what they would put in their boots. But it's a real pretty plant in the summertime. It has yellow flowers that grow at the tip. They grow at the tip. These were yellow flowers at one time. And what you do is you boil them, and you mix them with oil from a buffalo or from the fat of a buffalo. You mix it together and heat it up, and it was put in children's ears when they had earaches. When a child would cry at night, they would make eardrops with the tips, the flowers from the mullein. So a lot of the medicine people picked mullein when it had the flowers, and that way they always had it on hand. Most of the women, they specialized in different plants and different diseases. The camp knew who could doctor them for certain ailments. And they knew they could go and call on them, that she had the medicine for them. But the mullein is easy to find. Some people call it dog's tongue because it's real soft. Some of the leaves are as big as are 4 to 5 inches long that grow on the bottoms. But they always grow on poor soil, places where there's a lot of sunlight, right in the rocks. And you can always save these leaves. You burn them. But the thing is, when you get through burning them, you have to dip them in water. Otherwise, they'll continue to burn. But it's a real soft plant that has a real soft leaf. And the name is mutto. 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 This is one of the plants that you may need in the wintertime. And always remember where it grows. Always remember where it lives.